Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Los Santos. You're watching Weazel News. I'm James Knight. Before we get to tonight's top stories, we have a special emergency weather report. Here's Trixie Coulee.
Hello, Los Santos. It's your fabulous weather Barbie here with a serious news update. We have received a report from our East Coast team over in Vice City that Hurricane Bertha has made landfall and is expected to travel far west. This, mixed with a tropical depression on the Mexican coast, will brew up more chaos than wearing a Chanel skirt with a Gucci top. This storm is the worst thing Ellis has seen since they started carrying camel capris in clothing stores. No, seriously, this is going to be a very bad storm. While I would love to wear heels 24/7, safety comes first, dolls. Opt for those statement rain boots and couture umbrellas because fashion is forever and storms do eventually pass. So stay chic, beautiful, and safe.
Scam artists are rising in the city. One local business warns Los Santos residents against the dangers of counterfeit mechanic work.
Well, my name is Satoshi Okamoto, owner of Okamoto Auto Care. We've been noticing a number of people coming through here saying they work here when they reality don't. We updated our employee list. We don't appreciate people coming in and thinking that they work somewhere without talking to anybody. It's all about respect around here. If they would have approached me differently, maybe I would have given them a job, but honestly, the way that people do things around here is just not respectful at all. There has been people that have been coming up to certain repair shops. I've noticed that repair basically their own vehicles. And as a mechanic, I will not stand for that. No one should stand for that. You're taking business away. In reality, when you come up to a mechanic shop and you see people working, please wait your turn. I know that sometimes that there's 3 or 4 cars in line and you have to wait, but we appreciate your patience. And if you could, just give us a second because everybody likes to, talk. Everybody likes to come to a mechanic shop and talk to us and see how we're doing and see how they're doing. We like to keep it really friendly around here.
Weazel News is brought to you by the Diamond Casino and Resort. The Diamond Casino and Resort. Get your life savings away at the Diamond today. A recent court hearing was held to determine the facts surrounding theft, murder, and more. Gallagher Zedd McPikey and Ryan Williams were on trial, with Judge Bella Chase presiding. We had a front row seat to quite a show.
So today we'll be hearing the case for Gallagher Zedd McPikey and Ryan Williams. Zedd, you are being charged today with murder, possession of a Class 3 firearm, assault with a deadly weapon against a law enforcement officer, evasion, escape from custody, conspiracy to commit violence, and murder of a law enforcement officer. Counselor, how does your client plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Ryan, you are being charged with murder, possession of a Class 3 firearm, assault with a deadly against a law enforcement officer, evasion, escape from custody, and conspiracy to commit violence. Counselor, how does your client plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. Pleas of not guilty have been recorded for the court.
Good evening, Your Honor. The matter before us is a murder of 2 individuals. I'll be highlighting key evidence and have questioned witnesses who have provided sworn testimony but are unable to make court today in order to provide you a full picture of these crimes. Through this, I will attempt to prove the intention to commit these acts by Gallagher Zedd McPikey and Ryan Williams. Both are facing a list of charges that follow a pattern laid out by their prior criminal records and are congruent with pattern previously set by the defendants. I hope this court, with the evidence we provide, will find the accused guilty of their crimes and that the family and friends of the victims can get the justice for the deceased family members.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the court, today you will be hearing a series of information that may strike you as troubling, unruly, even downright gruesome. Be that as it may, I implore you all to remain steadfast in our civil duty to uphold justice and not shy away from the understanding of the true context of this situation. My clients are not on trial for incidents of their past, their character, or their moral aptitude. They're on trial for the charges presented to you here, now, and regardless of what you may think of them as a person, you must demand for yourself the highest civil calling and focus on the facts. As we proceed, I ask you to remember that justice is not served by hasty judgment or preconceived notions. It is served when each piece of evidence is thoroughly examined, when each witness is heard without prejudice, and when the law is applied with the wisdom and fairness we implore.
Oh God.
Not the time.
Hey, I'd rather die
Griffin.
than go back
Oh,
to
God.
prison, bro.
Oh,
I'm not
God.
going back to prison, am I?
That's what I do.
Oh God.
I'm singing Tayo Cruz Dynamite. I feel like it's not the best time though.
Wait, I got you, Governor.
No, I'm
Thank
pointing
you.
it over you guys. Don't worry.
If you lift your head
Out there, buddy.
Look at that thing. That's good discipline.
Governor Peter's fault.
You guys can put your arms down if you'd like.
Okay, mom, the time.
Hello, my name is Testosterone, and I was a survivor of the courtroom bombings of 2023. Me and my sisters were coming into the courtroom. It was a bit late because there was some traffic or whatever, and we were just stepping inside when we heard the cops yelling, "Bomb, bomb, get back!" And they started pointing the guns at us, and then we thought they were joking. And the next thing we know, 2 bombs went off, and I got blasted all the way back. It was so scary. I couldn't hear for like a solid 3 seconds.
You've always been there for me. You're part of WP.
Weazel News is also brought to you by Trojan Armor. Stay strapped or get clapped.
Following an excessive past full of violent crimes against the general public and the state, the defendants have clearly walked a path that they fully intended to continue traveling and have shown no signs of remorse for loss of life on their part in it. It is the hope of the state that the accused be sentenced accordingly for their crimes they've committed, so the families of the victims can rest assured so that justice is served. Thank you.
Your Honor, and the court, throughout this trial, we tirelessly presented our case, not to obscure the truth, but to reveal it. We've stood firm in our belief that the fundamental principle of legal system, the presumption of innocence. We entered this courtroom with the plea of not guilty, and as the evidence unfolded, we still don't see compelling evidence to indicate that either of our defendants have been found guilty of murder and numerous other charges presented. In the end, we trust that you will find the prosecution has not met the monumental burden of proof required for a conviction. We ask you to return a verdict of not guilty and to uphold the sacred presumption of innocence, and to ensure that justice in its truest form is served. Defense rests.
Thank you. If Ryan and Zedd would please step forward.
No.
Huh?
I did not.
Judge, but I may I say, you look great today. You look great. Okay.
That's unnecessary.
Okay. Cool.
Based on the evidence found here in this proceeding, I find the following. Ryan, I find you guilty of kidnapping, possession of a Class 3, assault with a deadly against an LEO, evasion, escape from custody, and conspiracy to commit violence. Zedd, I find you guilty of kidnapping, possession of a Class 3, assault with a deadly against an LEO, evasion, conspiracy to commit violence, and murder against an LEO.
Oh no.
Sentencing will be as follows. Ryan, your sentence has been served in the time that you have been held until trial. You are to be released following these court proceedings. Zedd, because of your multiple acts of violence, your history with murder, and the fact that you took a police life, I will be sentencing you to another 7 years in prison, in addition to the time you've already served.
Lord shit, man.
Oh my God.
What the fuck is that?
Language.
That's my
No,
ruling.
fucking language. Fuck your language and fuck you. And fuck that cop.
Mr. Gallagher,
Yeah, fuck
McPikey,
that
I
cop.
can and will. Please hold Mr. Rosado in contempt of court for his outburst. Thank you. Zedd, you will also be held in contempt of court for your outburst. Does anybody else wish to be held in contempt of court?
I can tell you one person who's not getting contempt of court. And it's that dead son of a bitch Hutchinson. Fuck him, fuck you, fuck everyone in here.
That will be contempt of court ×2, Mr. Gallagher, Zedd, McPikey.
And make it a
Officers,
third.
Please go ahead and secure Mr. McPikey.
After court proceedings, Gallagher Zedd McPikey was transported to Bolingbroke Penitentiary to serve out his sentence. Upon arriving at the prison, the transport bus was ambushed by masked individuals.
Off to the sub. There's people running across the ground. I'm below crossing again the sand. Oh yikes. What? Oh crap.
Oh shit.
Two notable state figures recently celebrated a joint birthday party at the Galaxy nightclub. We set up in the VIP area and asked citizens their thoughts about anything they wanted to share.
Special happy birthday to Bella and Neil at the Galaxy Club. Come everyone celebrate and support.
We out here, Poppy Bosco, Galaxy. We're celebrating two of the dopest people's birthdays. Got Neil, got Bella. We're having a great ass time.
What's up, guys? This is Kevin Starnes out here, just letting y'all know. Fuck bitches, get money.
And fuck you, Kevin. You ain't buy my condom. I still have
I'm
it on.
sorry,
me,
bro. I'm sorry.
Fuck around and find out, bitches.
Listen.
All blocks is my block.
Hey, what up? I'm Weston Prince, aka Dub P. You hear me on the radio. Multiple albums, stadium show. I just want to say one thing. Free Zedd. He ain't do shit wrong.
It's been a week, huh? A lot of people were not happy about electric vehicles being banned. A few approached me. Some in a nice way, some in a not so nice way. And I understand. I feel their struggles. I understand where they're coming from. Why the decision? To be quite honest, Mr. Chad Carrington did make some good points, and I trusted him. as he was our governor. He has made mistakes in the past, but who hasn't? We all have. But that's beside the point. We thought, at the moment that it would be a good idea, and I put my trust in Mr. Chad's idea and decision. That's pretty much it.
Criminals do crime, and cops stop criminals who do crime. No further details were given.
Other cameras will hear it though.
We leave you tonight with exclusive footage. Weazel News was sent an anonymous tip that Governor Peter Phillips was being chased by masked assailants. We received this tip on our new Weazel News tip line. You can find this tip line in your phone's contacts under Services. Select the Weazel News option at the bottom and send us your tips and news. From all of us here at Weazel News, stay safe out there and thanks for watching.